So what we're going to do is take our carburetor to bits. The reason we're doing it is because it's stood a little while and we just want to check that everything's okay. It's not like a really complete full strip down, but just enough to make sure there's nothing really obvious. What we've done to make sure it goes back right is put 2 little marks there, hopefully you can see, another 2 marks there, and then right in there we've put another 2 marks by that tab, and that's just to make sure those bits all go back in exactly the same place. And what we do once we've took it to bits, we're then going to put it in an ultrasonic cleaner to give it a little clean through, and hopefully if there is any fuel that's gone stagnant or dirt or dust that's got in there, that should be coming out. Right, so we've moved that, and that's where the air intake is and the air cleaner fixes on. So we're now going to take the dash pot off that holds the oil, and I think we're going to remove any oil that might still be in there. And what we're doing, as we always do, is put everything in a tray and laying it out, so hopefully no bits get lost. We've also got a rough record of all the bits that have come out. So there's that little bit of oil just coming out the dash pot, so hopefully it shouldn't be quite so messy when we move it off.
That moves freely up and down,
which means most of the oil should be out.
Yeah, and that means it's got to go back like that when we replace this dash pot. That's why you put the centre pots in it.
Right.
Keep it central.
Right, so all the 4 screws are out, so we're now just giving it a little tap, and hopefully the dash pot should come away. And there it comes out.
For the jet.
And yeah, hopefully she's just given you a nice little record of what one looks like, and how it should look, hopefully, and how it should clean. We know the history of this because this was running in our car successfully up until the point we stopped using it. So we know there shouldn't be anything broken in it. So the only thing wrong is pure lack of use in recent years, and any dirt that's built up from the fuel.
There's the main jet.
Down in the bottom there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what varies the size of the jet.
Well, that's going up and down.
Yeah. It's a tapered needle.
Yeah. Yes, we can see that, and it going up and down. We just thought we'd show you there is the main jet, and if we move it up and down, that's as it will go in and out inside the carburetor, and this is spring loaded, and that works in conjunction with the oil, which at the moment we've removed. So what we're now going to do is remove that bottom plate. So that's again the 4 screws, and of course we've marked it so that it goes back on the same way. Right, so we've removed those 4 screws, so now we can reveal the float chamber inside. If we take that off, and there is the float chamber inside.
Right.
Yeah.
Now that measurement from there to there,
yeah,
is critical. So you must put it back exactly the same.
So hopefully you can see it, and that's the way up it'll be in the car. It always fascinates me because it's more or less like a toilet valve, just filling this up with the petrol. It needs shutting off, and as the petrol's used, that will drop and let more petrol into it, rises, and then shuts the petrol off. So yeah, if it's wrong, you either won't get enough petrol or you'll get too much. So just have another look now in the upside down position. You can see it all in there. So if we don't get any problems, what we're probably going to do is leave this alone and hopefully it'll clean in there, because that float is pretty clean, a lot cleaner than we expected. But hopefully you can see there is the little needle valve that's letting the petrol in and out, and the float will push on that to stop the petrol or not. So, right, so what we're going to do now is just undo this little screw there, and that is what's almost the hinge for this float there. And what we are going to do, we have decided now we are going to take it out so we can check the valve and all the mechanism in there. Yeah, there's the little shaft we've just undone.
There's the needle valve that's dropped out. There.
So that's there, that little brown plasticky thing.
And there's the needle valve seat in there.
So there's, yeah, you can see that in there. The little seat that this little valve sits on and seals and unseals as the petrol needs to come in from the float.
And that's where the fuel goes in the main jet. Goes in there and up there into the venturi there. Yeah. Depending on the position of that needle.
You can see that, the pickup tube there for that main jet in there. And actually it is looking relatively clean, because I'm quite surprised, because we've seen them a lot dirtier than that.
It's quite spotless in there.
So what we're going to do is put everything in the ultrasonic cleaner now to clean. We were just looking at this little needle for the valve. It's not too bad, but we think there is a little bit of wear in there, whether you can see that little dull bit on there. But apart from that, we think everything else is actually generally not too dirty. We were saying before we stopped using this car, we were putting in the lead replacement additive, and we know a lot of them now say that they help to keep things clean and stabilise the fuel, and we wonder whether that has helped, because we've been using that a good few years when we stopped using this car. So maybe that has helped. So we're now going to get on and put all the bits we want to in the ultrasonic cleaner. I've had to re-record my voice over this bit, as the noise from the ultrasonic cleaner seems to have affected the recording. All we're doing is taking out the circlip so we can remove that main part of the jet in the dash pot. And what we did, and you'll see that, is put the needle through the hole in the bench so that it didn't get damaged while we were doing it. So all the bits have now come out the ultrasonic clean, and we've also wire brushed some of the bits as well, and yeah, it's certainly looking a lot cleaner and a much better, and hopefully it's going to work much better and more reliably now. We've put a little bit of oil just on the springs there so they don't sort of seize or rust, because we've cleaned everything out. And we've also put a little bit of oil on this little bit here, and I don't know if you can Let's see, that is just moving about gently on little ball bearings, that little collar in there. So yeah, it's
Which
all
rolls up and down on there.
on there. Yeah, so you can see that now. It's a job for us to actually show you it particularly, but I think you can just about see it in there. So yeah, we're pleased. It's certainly a lot cleaner. I think it was worth doing. So I think we're going to call that a completed video, as we always like to do, give you a nice visual reference of something coming to bits. So if you're doing it along with the manuals and any other information, you can look through this video and just see how it visually comes to bits to help as an overall guide. As always, thank you very much for watching. We're going to put it all back together and get it assembled back on the car, ready to run when we get the rest of the car going. Right, so I just thought I'd add on to the end of this video that there is another video of us putting the SUcarburetor back together for our MGmetre, and of course it'll be the same on an Austin Metro and probably other similar A-series engines that use that carburetor. And when we put it back together, we did change that little float valve and the needle valve. We bought a little kit from SUcarburetors, so depending on when you come across this video, either you'll be able to find that video or it will be appearing shortly in the list. So if you do want to see this carburetor going back together with some new parts, then it's well worth watching that video as well.